So it's just been the second bank holiday weekend in quick succession, and depending what you're up to this weekend is going to depend on how much impact that may or may not have had on your training and nutrition goals. So it might have been you finished work on Friday and you've been having an absolutely fantastic time, enjoying food, enjoying drink, enjoying being out and about, family, friends, all over the weekend. It may be that you've been a little bit more circumspect, taking it a little bit steadier because it's been the second bank holiday weekend after Easter in quick succession, and you've just been taking it a little bit steadier. Some people might just have been having a quiet one and been able to really stick to nutrition, training, and keeping on track with their goals. All these different approaches across the whole spectrum are going to be absolutely fine by the time the next couple of days have passed. You're not really going to undo all the hard work you've done up to this point if you've been sticking to a nutrition plan and training well. Up to this point, it's not all going to go to waste or going to go to pot. Now, some scenarios are not going to be ideal and are going to take a little bit longer to recover from and get on back on track from. So that's really what this video is about. It's just going back to and remembering what the principles are and a couple of little strategies to get back on track if you've been a long way away from them. Now, what are the main principles? For fat loss, for weight loss, it's a calorie deficit. It's making sure your protein levels are about right, keeping hydrated, and using some sort of training and exercise, your general movement, to aid that deficit, to create a calorie usage and keep yourself in a calorie deficit. Obviously that has to go on consistently for a period of time to create fat loss, create weight loss, and depending on how far you are aiming to go or what you are aiming to lose, what you physically can lose, is how long you're going to be in that deficit for. Now that might not be indefinitely, you might take breaks, which this weekend may well have been taking a break from that deficit. It's going to be a process of time. Now we're not talking just 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. For some people that's going to be being consistent, keeping it sustainable for months at a time, 6, 12, 18 months. And then keeping going with those principles in terms of habits, eating, nutrition for life, becoming a lifestyle. Now doesn't mean in a deficit for life, but always being aware, always being accountable in some way to what you are eating, and making sure you're not then going all the way back the other direction and putting it all back on. Other people have other goals, so if your goal is muscle building, some extra food might well have been helpful. What might not have been helpful is the alcohol consumption that's gone with it. Now, whether it's weight loss, muscle building, whatever it is, our bodies are amazing at detoxing and putting themselves right. What we need to do is move away from the mindset of, right, we're back on it. Sometimes that can be Monday. As it's a bank holiday, that's a Tuesday. We don't want to hammer it too hard too soon. We want to give ourselves every opportunity to get back on track and be kind to ourselves in terms of training effort. So we're going to have a short week. It's going to be a 4-day week. Potentially that means you might drop a training day. It's just going to fit in differently. That's going to be absolutely fine as well. Give yourself a chance to recover, not just in terms of any tiredness, but in terms of physiologically. Our bodies are great at detoxing, cleaning themselves up. That's what we've got our kidneys for. So if you keep hydrated, bring your nutrition back on track, then the body's going to do a great job of putting itself right, and then you're good to go again. So what are the principles again? Calorie deficit, or the correct calorie intake for your goals. Could be the deficit, could be maintaining, could be being in a surplus because you are able to build muscle. Having your protein level about right. That's a good intake day to day. It's going to help you feel fuller. It's going to help you retain muscle if you're in a deficit. It's going to help you recover from training, and then filling up the rest of the calories with good sources of carbohydrates and fats. Keeping those treats in if that applies to you. Avoid them a little bit if you can't. If you're one of those people like me who can't have a little bit of something, and giving ourselves time to recover. Keep hydrated, get back on track, enjoy the rest of the week.